All right, let's talk about this second Monday night game. Phillip Rivers and Mike McCoy trying to get the Chargers back in the playoffs. Ed Reed sitting this one out, not playing tonight for the Texans. First play of the game, first down from their 14. Look at Matt Schaub. Well, that wasn't perfect, right? Jared Johnson reads it into the hands of Cam Thomas. Take another look at this play. Schaub, little tip drill action.
That's what they teach you.
That's exactly how they teach you to do it. So on the very next play, it's Chargers ball from the Texans 14. Phillip Rivers to Ryan Matthews. Can running backs catch like that?
Ryan Matthews showing the hands. Like it.
Chargers up 7-0. Second quarter, it's a 7-7 game. Mike McCoy, what you calling here? Ryan Matthews taking the handoff. And, yeah, getting some tough yards. J.J. Watt's tackle, not soon enough. They get a fresh set of downs. 3 plays later, first and goal from the 6. Rivers to Eddie Royal, touchdown. Rivers is jacked, so is Eddie Royal. Chargers up 14-7. You've seen him look like that before, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
So 2 possessions later, Rivers escapes the pressure, and he's scrambling for 18 yards and the first down. Look at him, gets a little frisky, though.
He doesn't do that much.
That's true. 6 plays later, third and goal from the 10. Rivers to Vincent Brown, who gets tackled at the goal line. But the play would be reviewed. Take another peek at this one and tell me what you think. In or out, LT?
He's in. That's all effort. Great job by Vincent Brown.
And you're absolutely right. Chargers up 21-7 at the break. So fast forward now to the third quarter. Everybody's jacked. First play of the half. First down from their own 20. Rivers looking for Malcolm Floyd deep. And he finds a great catch by Malcolm.
You know, these guys been doing that a long time. A lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, Malcolm looked good on that play. Then it's Rivers to Eddie Royal, his 4th touchdown of the game, tying a career high. Chargers up 28-7 and looking like they're going to roll, but things change in the 4th. It's the Texans' ball. Randy Bullock hits a 37-yard field goal, but there's a penalty on the play. Watch this again. Cam Thomas called for unnecessary roughness. You can't hit the snapper. They made a new rule that gave him a little more room this year.
Those are the rules. You have to follow them.
So the Texans get another chance. First and goal from the 9. Schaub to Owen Daniels, who had a big game. He had a 9-yard touchdown there. 28-21 Chargers. 67 receiving yards in the game for Daniels. Chargers again here. This time it was a great play.
Big mistake by Phillip. Blowing the ball off his back foot.
What a pick there, too. Phillip doesn't even know what hit him. Brian Cushing returns it for the touchdown. Look at Cushing. Gets that big new contract. Big-time athleticism here.
But he's reading his eyes, too, and great break on the ball, great catch, and he takes it to the house.
So we have a tie game, 28-28. Phillip Rivers again, throwing to Vincent Brown, but that's not how you're going to complete that pass. Threw it right in the dirt there. The Chargers would have to punt. So on the ensuing Texans possession, Schaub looking for Owen Daniels, breaks a tackle there, and gets the first down. Randy Bullock is warming up. 5 plays later, 3rd and 4 from the 32. Schaub to Andre Johnson. It's another first down. And that sets up this. Randy Bullock for the win. Got it. 41-yard field goal is good. The Texans take it 31-28. What a comeback. The biggest comeback in Texans history.
We have some good highlights here, guys. If you like offense, Darren, because Phillip Rivers was on his game, and so too was Michael Vick. The Eagles looking to move to 2-0. Eagles offense struggling early. Jarris Wynn dropping him.
Hello.
Got some more lowlights. The pump fake, putting the ball on the ground. And then Deshaun Jackson, who would eventually have a huge afternoon.
Wow.
Oh.
Dropped that one. He dropped another one where he ran out of bounds, not knowing where his body was. Another big play in the first half.
I came to work wondering how Phillip Rivers would bounce back after that disappointment on Monday nights.
I believe in Phillip Rivers.
No reason to worry. He was tremendous. Eddie Royal, 11-yard score. Chargers up 10-3. Later in the second quarter, San Diego driving once again. This time it's 13-10. Rivers to Antonio Gates.
He seems like he's just more decisive. with the football until
that happened.
Yeah,
Stripped
Casey.
by Brandon Boykin,
Gives the ball
recovered
up.
by Casey Matthews, and Mike McCoy on the sideline. Not happy. Next Chargers possession. Ryan Matthews.
they need. Oh, this is
He fumbles. Michael Kendricks
something
recovers.
we've seen in the past.
And
with
think
Ryan
about this.
Matthews.
2 red zone turnovers could have
One
led
quarter.
to 14 points. Yes.
Still 13-10 leading at halftime. First play of the third quarter. Phillip Rivers with time and looking for Malcolm Floyd. Puts it right on him, but we take another look. And Nate Allen going to hit Malcolm Floyd on the helmet with his shoulder right there. And Floyd stayed down for a long time, taken off the field on a stretcher and taken to a hospital.
And think about it, that wasn't a malicious play.
No.
Nothing was called there, but it's just a violent game sometimes.
I mentioned Deshaun Jackson would come back and have a big game. Perfect pass from Michael Vick, 61-yard score.
You cannot single cover this guy. Just too fast.
Too fast.
Too fast.
Eagles tie the game at 20 into the fourth. Eagles now trailing 23-20. Vick from the shotgun, nobody open, and right there you know he's in. Eagles on top 27-23. You see 7:06 left, and you see the look on Phillip Rivers' face. Ensuing kickoff, Fozzie Whitaker runs at 28 yards. However,
The Fonz.
Cough.
But look at this. Philadelphia can't fall on the ball. You get an extra 20 yards
Wow.
not being able to fall on the fumble. That's why kickers aren't players.
and Eddie Royal, couple moves
Who had a
and
heck
a
of a-
burst.
He had a heck of a
Touchdown,
game.
San Diego.
Eddie Royal played a heck of a football game.
3 touchdowns on the day.
7 catches, 90 yards, and those 3 picks. Next, Eagles possession. Vick to Brent Selleck.
Got to make the catch. Quarterback under duress. That's the opportunity right here. Vic does a good job getting the ball out.
Oh,
Bam.
my gosh.
That hurt.
Slammed by Jarris Wynn, and Vick would actually have to leave for a play.
We've
That'll leave a mark.
seen that too many times.
So in comes Nick Foles. And he's been on the sideline watching Deshaun Jackson have a big game, so he's going right there. But you got to leave it on the field.
Yeah, you got to keep him in bounds.
Eagles settled for a field goal to make it 30-30. Vic had 428 yards passing. Phillip Rivers also over 400. 3rd and 4, that's Danny Woodhead for 6.
One of the best offseason acquisitions, Danny Woodhead, a guy who knows how to catch the ball out of the backfield.
4 plays later, 46 yards out, a chance for Nick Novak to be a hero. And how much did the Chargers need that, considering the way they lost Monday night?
Yeah. That's called getting one back.
Man,
Yes,
come
it
back
is.
and win at Philadelphia. Back and forth game. Chip Kelly watches it go through. There's a pair of 1-1 teams.
That stat line for Phillip Rivers. Wow.
How about that, huh?
San Diego and Tennessee, Phillip Rivers taking the field after a huge game week 2 against the Eagles. How about some Antonio Gates opening Chargers possession, no score, 1st and 10. Rivers finds Gates, makes the one-handed catch for 17 yards. Take another look. Gates just makes it look easy. Fountain of youth for Antonio Gates. 1st and 10 from the Titans 19. A few plays later, Rivers, Gates, 7-yard touchdown. Rivers 5 out of 5 for 45 yards and a touchdown on that drive. Gates just takes it away. Gets both feet in bounds. 7-0 Chargers. How about Jake Locker? He had a tremendous day for the Titans. 2 possessions later, flushed out of the pocket, scrambles up the middle for a gain of 39 yards. There would be no penalty for a low block on the play. It's a Chris Johnson-like run. Drive would end in a Rob Barona's 20-yard field goal. Titans trail 7-3. Meanwhile, Locker at it again. 7 yards again into the end zone. Watch it again. Chris Johnson, look at this. He makes a key block. That's a nice, well, he didn't really block him so much as he stood in front of him and said, hey, don't go this way, but it works. Titans tie the game at 10 apiece. 3rd quarter, same score. Chargers' 2nd possession. Ladarius Green on the receiving end from Rivers. 34-yard gain, 1st and 10 from the Titans 19. 5 plays later, 3rd and goal from the Titans 1. It's Ronnie Brown time. Plunges in from a yard out. Chargers lead by a touchdown. 4th quarter, Titans trailing 17-13. 2 minutes left and no timeouts. It's Locker for Delaney Walker. The 11-yard gain gets a 1st down. 2 plays later, Titans at their own 35-yard line. Locker looking for Kendall Wright. hooks up with him for the 16-yard gain. 1st and 10 from the Chargers 49. 2 plays later, Chargers 45, 51 seconds left to go. Locker looking for Delaney Walker, nearly picked off. What a huge break for the Tennessee Titans on that one. That could have ended it. The next play, Locker finds Washington. 1st down, but he can't get out of bounds. Clock ticking down, under 30 seconds after a spike. 2nd and 10 from the 34. Locker overthrows Damian Williams in the end zone. That was a touchdown. Locker can't believe it. Couple of missed plays, yet still the Titans march on. Next play, Locker, Justin Hunter out of Tennessee. And he makes the touchdown grab, 34 yards. What offensive pass interference. The game-winning grab. Locker finished with 299 yards through the air, 68 yards rushing. Titans win it, 20-17.
Tony Romo and the Cowboys, the NFC East leaders. Second quarter, down 7-zip in San Diego, but find an 88.
Man, I just love hearing all of these 88s, man. I keep telling people, don't put an 88 on your back if you are not a Mac.
When you throw, when he gets down here in the red zone, it's almost like Stilly. One-on-one, you can't stop this kid.
Yeah, that's true. Don't put it on your back.
Well, here he is again.
That's what
Got
I'm
any other rhymes
right
for me,
there.
Dr. Seuss?
Why you see that right there? Look at that.
Why are you looking like that?
Did he say Mac?
Macaroni. Mac.
6 catches, 81 yards, and 2 scores. Cowboys up 14-10. Next drive for the Chargers.
I know what you're talking
Phillip
about.
Rivers. It's Tip and Sean Lee.
Tip drill.
3rd defensive touchdown for the Cowboys this year. That matches their total from a year ago.
Mike, I'm going to change my mind on Sean Lee. He got some playmaking capabilities in him.
Yeah, he does make some plays.
He does.
Hold on for 2 more minutes.
Hey, speaking of making plays, Phillip Rivers has been doing it all year. His 2nd 400-yard passing day. That to Danny Woodhead. He caught 2 touchdowns on the day. Chargers trail by 1.
Danny Wood. Butler had a day messing around with the Woodhead right there, man. Woodhead was chopping him down.
4th quarter, Cowboys down 2. Needing a 1st down. Jason Witten. Hit him between the 8 and the 2.
Oh, did they?
Although Eric Weddle was right there.
Boy.
Next Chargers drive, Rivers. Now keep in mind, he threw his 100th career touchdown to Antonio Gates against the Cowboys 4 years ago. Here's number 200 to Antonio Gates against the Cowboys.
I'm telling you.
Playmaking abilities.
Right there.
He made a play.
Right there. Hey,
All right, Cowboys down 9, under 3 to go. Romo to Terrence Williams, who's trying to make a play, but he gets it knocked away.
That's what somebody tweeted me. The choke boys showed up again. That's what they were talking about.
Both these teams are 2-2. Boy, the Chargers are really close to having a great year so far.
Yeah, they are.
Almost 2:45 a.m. on the East Coast. I hope you stayed up for the Raiders and the Chargers. Phillip Rivers, 11-3 all-time against the Oakland Raiders. And they get the ball first, so team's feeling pretty good. Twice this year, 500 yards of total offense in a game. 3rd and 10, and he is picked by Usama Young. Anybody on what happened there?
Yes, the receiver that ran a deep dig route, 25 yards across the field, he runs across the field instead of staying on his course to the post route.
All right, so next play, Terrell Pryor sat out last week's game because of concussion-like symptoms, and so here he's causing a major headache for the Chargers. That to Rod Streeter on his first pass of the game. He connected on his first 10 tosses of the day, and the Raiders have a 7-zip lead. 3rd quarter, Chargers down by 14. Danny Woodhead playing for the concussed Ryan Matthews. And Charles Woodson heads to the end zone for the 13th defensive touchdown in his career, tied with Rod Woodson and Darren Sharper for the all-time record.
Sharp. There's 2 NFL Network guys, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Maybe a 3rd right there. Don't want to put any pressure on management or anything. 4th quarter, Chargers down 14. Phillip Rivers to Keenan Allen. The rookie looked good, Kurt.
He looked real good. He was making plays all over the place for Phillip Rivers, and it's a pretty good receiving core that's putting together in San Diego.
Ensuing Raiders possession, 3rd and 14. Look at Pryor. Buying time, extending the play, hitting Bryce Butler for the 20-yard completion. Pryor, 18-23 for 221 and 2 scores. Now the Chargers Down by 10, they need a touchdown, but not a pick. That's the first-round pick, DJ Hayden, his first career interception. Good for him, based on what all that young man has been through.
Indianapolis Colts at Qualcomm Stadium. The Pagano brothers.
John was giving him the cold shoulder. John's like, hey, listen, I'm here to whoop your butt, Chuck.
He would get serious. Andrew Luck looking serious, too. This was a serious play to start the game. Flea flicker, right?
Flicker.
That might have been their biggest play of the night right there.
35-yard gain. I think you're right. They had to settle for an Adam Vinatieri field goal. You know who played great for the San Diego Chargers? The rookie receiver out of Cal, Keenan Allen, just getting it done. Philip Rivers loves this kid, doesn't he, Dan?
You know, he's a big body. You can work him on slants underneath. A big target for Philip Rivers. Also an excellent guy when you get down in the red zone, Dan.
Well, after he picked up 7 yards there, Philip Rivers looking for him in the end zone. Perfect ball placement, 22-yard touchdown, and the Chargers take a 7-3 lead.
Delana Howell, thank you for this one, buddy. Safety out of position. Philip Rivers, thing of beauty. Keenan Allen, great catch, but that's a defensive blunder right there.
Yeah, squatting's a good thing in the weight room. It's not a good thing in the secondary.
Definitely not.
Andrew Luck did not get much help from his receivers tonight. I can't tell you how many drops we saw. This might have been the worst by Darius Hayward-Bay.
And that's the chunk plays that they were missing tonight. A big opportunity down the field, put you in the scoring area. Hayward-Bay couldn't finish.
Nope, could not.
And now Luck looking for a guy he knows pretty well, Kobe Fleener. He can't hang on either.
First and 10. This would have been a big play for them. This is what they were missing all night long.
Yeah, so they had to settle for a field goal going into halftime. Then Andrew Luck looking for Reggie Wayne, normally sure-handed. That pass falls incomplete. As we fast forward to the fourth quarter, Andrew Luck says, all right, guys, time to get something going here. Philip Rivers does just that to Ladarius Green for a 25-yard pickup.
And that's one of the faster tight ends in the league, guys.
Yes.
He's a nice compliment to Antonio Gates.
And I guarantee that ball was out of Philip Rivers' hand in less than 2 seconds.
How about Ryan Matthews with a 100-yard game this evening?
He had a good night, but there's still so many frustrating elements about this kid's game to me. None greater than running out of bounds.
Give him some credit. He played good tonight.
He played okay.
How about credit to Reggie Wayne? Becomes the 9th player in NFL history with 1,000 career catches, the 3rd fastest to get there. Pretty good company for Reggie Wayne.
That was a pretty good catch, too.
2 plays later, 2nd and 10 for the Chargers.
Just always when they started to get something going, It was a negative play. It was a drop here. It's a very costly sack.
Yeah, Kendall Reyes getting Andrew Luck there. So the Chargers on the ensuing possession. Philip Rivers in sacked by Kelvin Shepard for a loss of 9.
That was one of the few times they got to him, though. The Chargers' offensive line held up pretty well tonight.
Really did.
Here's Luck again, looking for Kobe Fleener.
Yes.
Just a little short.
I know it's 3:40 left in the game, Chuck, and you got 3 timeouts, but go for it with Andrew Luck.
Instead, they decide to punt, so the Chargers get the ball, and Ryan Matthews runs out of bounds.
This is what I was just talking about, but it's not just stuff like this. He takes hits he doesn't need to. He doesn't finish runs at times. It's just frustrating to watch.
So 2 plays later, it's 3rd and 2. Rivers finds Antonio Gates. Looks like he's right on the line. The Chargers are going to challenge the spot because they ruled it just short of a first down. Take another look. What do you guys think here?
Well, you got to give Howell credit. We bang on him for giving up the touchdown against Allen. Makes a big-time tackle there to at least force a field goal.
Yeah, that ball did not cross the line to make. Good call by the officials.
Well, they go for the field goal, and it works out. Look at Philip Rivers.
Look at the pipes on Philip Rivers. Look at the biceps.
That's the Junior Seau fist pump right there, too. That was an ode to the former Charger. I like it.
Well, time dwindling for the Colts. Andrew Luck now picked off in the old tip drill by Derek Cox, and that's the ball game. 19-9 is the final. Andrew Luck and the Colts lose for the first time in 4 games. They fall to 4-2. The Chargers now 3-3.
To Jacksonville we go. The Chargers and the Jaguars. Justin Blackmon, 14 catches, $190 against the Broncos last week. Although Philip Rivers would be solid from start to finish. He was 6 for 6 on the opening drive. An underrated signing in the offseason. Danny Wood.
Yes.
Nice job.
A poor man's Darren Sproles, if you would. I mean, he understands the passing game. Does a good job knowing how to get into the end zone.
Getting after the quarterback. Chad Henne would realize early that the Chargers front came to play.
And they have done this. You talk about what they did last week. Coming off of a short week, playing a Monday night game, everybody talks about the West Coast to East Coast travel, but this defensive line got after Henne and this offensive line of Jacksonville, which is not too tough to do. Yeah. But they have played well this year.
San Diego offense continued to find success on the ground through the air. Rivers to a wide-open Keenan Allen, 26 yards.
That's going to be a common theme, Paul. Wide open.
Eddie Royal also found it going fairly easy against that Jaguars secondary. 3 plays later in the same drive, early in the second quarter.
Don't remind me, please.
Plenty of time for Philip Rivers, and there's Eddie Royal. And there
what is he again, Paul?
is a Charger touchdown.
Wide open? Yeah, wide open.
I just
guys
benched
wide
him.
open.
Matter of fact, I cut him today.
That was
my fantasy football
poor
team.
decision. Wow. Poor management. 80 yards, 6 minutes, and here's some more. Chargers movement. That's Keenan Allen. Gets up, runs for 36 more yards.
Philip Rivers, I'm telling you, I was saying it all year long. This guy can play quarterback. Some bad things have happened. He's got a fresh air. And let's give Kenny Wisenhunt a lot of credit as well. Creating an offense is not the big plays that we used to see.
4 plays later, again. Plenty of time for Philip Rivers. He keeps it himself, though. How often do you see that?
Not often.
Rarely.
But that's probably the most productive play, just a quarterback draw when you're from the 5-yard line in, especially if you have a quarterback that's not used to you running that play and you don't expect to be mobile.
Came up short there on that play. Now in the fourth quarter, ball in the Jaguars 32. Quick screen to Eddie Royal, cuts back, but puts the ball on the ground eventually. It all looks good here.
Sure does.
And still good there.
Oh,
there it comes out.
Touchback.
Mike McCoy would throw a challenge flag, and Philip Rivers sees the flag and tries to hide it since all turnovers are automatically reviewed. McCoy loses 1 timeout for illegally throwing a challenge flag. How about that play?
Kick it out of here.
That's priceless right there.
Next play, 1st and goal. Ryan Matthews fighting his way across the stripe. Chargers up 24-6. Ryan Matthews had 110 yards rushing in that 1 touchdown.
And a touchdown. Ryan Matthews asserting himself.
A couple of Jaguars possessions later. Chad Henne looking for Justin Blackmon, but that one is picked off. Marcus Gilchrist.
Kind of what we've seen out of this Jaguar team. I mean, just inept. Just cannot get anything done.
Jaguars offense remains futile, and the paper bags have come out. Philip Rivers excited.
Oh, boy, not the paper bags.
Yeah. Chargers have won 2 games in a row, and the Jaguars remain winless.
Wow. For so long. How can you be bad for so long?
All right, so what about the Washington Redskins? RG3 banged up his knee last week against Broncos. He looked okay.
I like what I saw.
Taking on Philip Rivers. Don't worry, we'll get back to Tony in a bit.
Yeah.
Start off with the high swattage, as in the guy we are vaporizing there. That's Lawrence Guy blocking the field goal. All right, but we're just starting here, guys. Gets going. Now it's Guy again, batting it.
That's huge.
Sean Lissamore snags it. It's the 5th straight game the Redskins have either given up a defensive or special teams touchdown.
It's a lineman's dream.
Just a
lineman's dream.
Offensive lineman, when you have a quick throw, you have to go attack the D lineman and get his hands down so they can make those throws.
High swattage continues. It's Corey Legit swatting it away from 59 yards out. So the Bolts are up 14-7 at the break. Third quarter, same score. Robert Griffin III looking for Pierre Garçon the first. And Michael, how about this grab?
Hey, this 88 showed up today, man. I mean, just made some plays, incredible plays. You could tell they were on a mission to win this game.
And
only guy.
And let's say you need your receiver to make some plays.
Yes,
he bailed out RG3 with some throws that wasn't the best throws. He caught the ball still.
Now tied at 14. RG3 don't. It's exciting, but just stay on the ground. We'll all be
That's who he is. You got to allow this man to be who he is.
That pressure is on his back. He's trying to fly it all off because hey, man, look here. We've been expecting more than this. Right. And now he's back. Okay. He's back.
Led to a Darrell Young touchdown, his 2nd of the day. Fourth quarter, 10.5 to go. Bolts down 7. Philip Rivers looking for the rookie Keenan Allen, but it's another rook, David Emerson, who says, I wanted more.
That's a great play.
I really want.
That's a great play right there.
Led to a Kai Forbat field goal and a Redskins 10-point lead.
That's a great play.
Next Chargers drive. It's Rivers, though, and Keenan Allen is developing, Michael.
He's really starting to play, man. He's working with us in game changers, man. Played a quarterback also.
And that's when they know you right there.
Boy, this dude here has some skill.
That's when they know you right there.
Mm-hmm. So next Redskins possession, 3rd and 3. Well, I mean, Alfred Morris has been running it all day, so of course, what do? You throw it. I mean, come on.
But the mistake was high and away. That's what you want to do.
Right.
4th and 2 now. You gotta cover everybody except Keenan Allen.
But when you have Antonio Gates out, you have 3 defenders running to Gates and leaving Allen wide open. That's what transpired on that play.
Yeah, good play out of the bunch set.
Now, under a minute to go, Rivers to Danny Woodhead, who goes in for the go-ahead score according to the refs. However, every score is reviewed, and look what happened. Because Mike Shanahan's like, that was not a touchdown. Watch what knocks down the pylon. It's not the football, it's the foot. So the ball gets placed inside the 1. Plenty of time for the Chargers who have timeouts left. Woodhead, stop. Okay, so that's all right. We'll just, stop the clock. No problem. So on 2nd and goal, what do you do?
D'Angelo Hall is playing some of the best football from the cornerback position in the NFL today.
All right, so you still got a timeout left. What do you do on 3rd and goal? That would be...
That play right there, I just don't understand that.
Why would you get the ball to Ryan Matthews?
So they kick the field goal, they go to overtime.
Matthews wasn't hurt.
Redskins get the ball, first possession of overtime. If they score a touchdown, game's over. Score a field goal, Chargers get a chance. Alfred Morris, 19 yards on that carry, $1.21 on the day.
Usually in football games, when you watch one defense rise to an occasion, the other defense usually try to rise to that occasion. The Chargers defense kind of just said, okay, we got to go out there and try to do this.
Now on 3rd and 8, RG3 to Jordan Reed, the rookie who has taken over the tight end position, moving the chains, and he's pumped up.
After that goal line stand,
you got the extra effort.
Then the biggest play in overtime on 1st and 20, Griffin to Garcon for 17, plus an unnecessary roughness
that was a bad
on
call.
Andrew Gatchkar.
The unnecessary roughness was a bad call, but that was a great throw to catch.
That's a man's play by 88. That's a man's play by 88.
Terrell Young, this is a guy who had 2 carries all year coming into the day. He had 3 touchdowns, and the Redskins improved from 3 and 5 with the overtime win. And, of course, John Fox recovering from heart surgery, so Jack Del Rio taking over in the interim, facing Broncos' old offense coordinator, Mike McCoy, now coaching the Chargers. Sign does everybody justice there. The Broncos ran 3 plays in the first quarter. 3 plays, and this was one of them to their big tight end, Julius Thomas.
Don't just assume that this big man was running out of bounds. He came to play football today. Down the sideline.
3 catches for 96 yards. The Chargers controlled the clock in the first half, LT, but they had to settle for field goals.
That was the difference in the game. Denver scored touchdowns. San Diego kicked field goals.
Yeah, this pass from Rivers to Vincent Brown incomplete, so they had to settle for yet another field goal and a 7-6 deficit.
Great throw by Phillip Rivers.
You know what it's time for? The 88 Club!
Right here, man, this dude, what a game he had. Caught everything. What a beautiful athletic move to get that ball in the end zone over that cone.
Or pylon, whatever you want to call it.
Pylon, cone, wherever, right there on the edge. Call it a touchdown.
Yeah, that's what we call it. Next drive, though, who do you throw it to?
My beast right there. Look at this. And perfect pass by Peyton Manning. He tiptoes that right on the sideline right there.
28 yards on that pitch and catch, and then Manning to Demaryius Thomas yet again. Manning 17 and 22, 243 and 3 scores
Love that little
in the first half.
They have. Just put your body on them, detail. Put your body and basketball them up like Big Mike Irvin used to do.
3rd quarter, they run this play better than anybody in the league.
This is the thing that Mike Irvin couldn't do. That's right. Mike Irvin couldn't do that. This is how bad that boy is. He could take a screen.
Hey, first Broncos receiver in 3 touchdown games since Shannon Sharp 10 years ago.
88 club leader.
And then Manning, though, strip sack there by Torek Williams. Ball's recovered by Donald Butler. Hey, the Bolts are... Well, they're down 28-6, but at least they're in scoring territory. Then it's Rivers to Prime's buddy, Danny Woodhead.
I love him, Danny Woodhead. Right, Joe Theismann? We love him, man.
Nice Texas route.
Chargers capitalize on the turnover. They're down just 15. On to the 4th. Rivers, watch this. Kind of a weird play on 3rd and 7. The snap goes awry. He recovers, so instead of being 4th and really far, watch the center. Rich Ornberger. It's like a flinch, so it doesn't count. So now it's 3rd and 13. So it's kind of a breath of fresh air there for Mike McCoy and the boys. So Rivers to Eddie Royale with cheese. One of his 2 catches. The Chargers now deep in the red zone.
That's a nice throw by Phillip Rivers right there, getting over that defense.
3rd and goal. Hey, Ryan Matthews has had a solid year.
Yeah, he has so far. He did a great job here getting in the end zone. Nice goal line run.
Bolts within a score, down just 8. Chargers next drive. Rivers dropped by Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the year, and San Diego forced the punt.
He was relentless on that play. It was a nice play by Von Miller.
And then watch this. Under 2 to go, Manning to Demaryius Thomas. But watch the back end of the play where Corey Liuget hits Manning low. There's no flag on the play.
Yeah, that worries me. Next week, big game.
First time in 12 games the Broncos failed to score at least 30. But, hey, at least the quarterback is still in one piece.
Second-year quarterback Ryan Tannehill, 13 touchdown passes, 10 interceptions. Tannehill with time again, the near sideline, and this time he is picked off at the 50-yard line by Johnny Patrick, number 26. That would have been touchdown. Rivers over the middle, in the end zone, touchdown. That's Antonio Gates. Second and goal.
48! Go, go!
Daniel Thomas leaping for the touchdown.
And that's a good job staying with the running game. Go, go, go!
Tannehill, that's complete inside the 30. Charles Clay, still on his feet to the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. San Diego Chargers. This is Ryan Matthews, and Matthews breaking free up the sideline. 30, 20, and brought down out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 7 seconds to play. Going for the end zone. Far side, it is knocked down. Knocked down by Brent Grimes, and this game is over. Final score, Miami 20, San Diego 16.
Chargers and the Chiefs. You thought the Chiefs defense was going to be hopping mad and shut down Phillip Rivers, didn't you? Yeah, a lot of us did. Kansas City looking to bounce back from their first loss of the season. Here's their pass rush, what it looked like on Sunday. Tamba Hali and the Chiefs defense, 36 sacks in their first 8 games, none in their last 2. Second quarter, Hali rushing Rivers, but he steps oddly on his ankle and goes down. He would leave the game, would not return. 2 Chargers possessions later, same score. Danny Woodhead runs for a 5-yard gain, but Houston gets his arm caught between Woodhead and Eric Berry. Houston would come out of the game. He would not return. 7 plays later, 2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 27. Rivers over the middle for Keenan Allen, who was back in a big way on Sunday. Spectacular one-handed catch, runs for a 16-yard gain. This is like Max McGee in the Super Bowl. Allen had 104 yards receiving in the first half. Next play, 1st and 10, the Chiefs 11. Rivers rolls left. Danny Woodhead in the back of the end zone for an 11-yard touchdown. Chargers trail 14-10 going into the half. Third quarter, Chiefs possession following a 1-yard Ryan Matthews touchdown. Yes, Ryan Matthews still running for touchdowns. It's Alex Smith looking for Donnie Avery instead. It's incomplete, but Marcus Gilchrist called for pass interference. Chargers got called for 3 pass interference plays on that drive. Jamal Charles would score on a 1-yard run 2 plays later. Chiefs are up 21-17. Next time the Chiefs have the ball, this pass is tipped and picked off by Gilchrist, returns it 17 yards to the Chiefs 16. Alex Smith's first pick in the last 4 games. So now the Chargers, 1st and goal at the 3. It's Danny Woodhead time. He goes into the middle for a 3-yard touchdown. Chargers lead 24-21. So now the Chiefs get it back. Alex Smith, Anthony Fasano, a 4-yard touchdown. Chiefs lead 28-24. What happened to the defensive struggle this was going to be? We head to the 4th quarter. Take a breath. Next Chiefs possession following a Chargers field goal. Jamal Charles runs right, cuts left. 46 yards for Charles. The Chiefs would hit a 25-yard field goal 4 plays later, so now it's Kansas City with a 31-27 lead. Now it's the Chargers and Rivers. Keenan Allen with a big day, right? Look at this pass to Keenan Allen. No, it's Ladarius Green, and he is gone. 60-yard touchdown run. Green had 3 catches for 80 yards. The Chargers have the 34-31 lead. Chiefs have the ball now, 2.5 to go. Smith, the screen pass to Jamal Charles. He runs for a 19-yard gain. That would lead to the 2-minute warning. Charles, 160 and 2 scores. 2 plays later, 1st and goal. Smith over the middle. Dwayne Bowe. Smith went for 294, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. The Chiefs lead 38-34. That's it, right? Not when Philip Rivers is playing like Philip Rivers of 3 weeks ago. Rivers over the middle for Antonio Gates for 12 yards. Still, time on the Chiefs' side, though. Less than a minute to go. The Chargers have to get all the way to the end zone. Next play, Rivers, Danny Woodhead makes a big move and gains 19. Now the Chargers are in business. Things worked well for Woodhead. Let's do it again. Rivers, Woodhead. He gets 14 more. Woodhead 70 total yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. 3 plays later, 2nd and 15. It's Philip Rivers. Ajira Tutu with the touchdown for 26 yards away. Chargers win it 41-38. Rivers 392 and 3 touchdowns. And he likes it a little bit.
Good one in San Diego. AFC North leaders, Cincinnati Bengals and Andy Dalton taking on Philip Rivers and the San Diego Chargers. First quarter, Chargers down a touchdown with the ball, and Rivers, remember the name Ladarius Green, right, LT?
Yes.
Okay.
Tight end.
There he goes, in from 30 yards out, 6'6", and he can mash on the goalpost as well. He might be your next Jimmy Graham. Just putting it in your brain here.
What about Antonio Gates?
That's a few years away. I'm just saying, somewhere down the line. Your man Mike Zimmer, none too proud there.
He don't play that.
Third quarter, he was much happier here. Rivers picked off by Dre Kirkpatrick.
Good job, Dre. About time, man.
One of 3 turnovers forced by the Bengals on this day. As you take another look, there's your Antonio Gates sighting. He did. That's strong.
Good job, Dre.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, and Gates thinking, I just cost my quarterback an INT. Hey, A.J. Green coming off a 2-catch, 7-yard performance against Cleveland. Oh, boy, he was eating it here.
That hurt.
Jaleel Undy with the shot on Green.
He's a lean dude, too.
That's a tough one, but he would stay in the game. Now back in the third, Andy Dalton for A.J. Green.
Are you not going to cover the team's best receiver?
I was actually supposed to ask you that.
Yeah. Blowing coverage. You know, when people get in that bunch, they get in that bunch, they stack. You lose the count of, you cannot lose the count of A.J. Green. You forget your responsibility when they stack like that.
Solid day for Green. Bengals get a huge win. 17-10 is your final.
Giants in San Diego. Eli Manning visiting San Diego for the first time since 2005. You remember that? Draft day trade. Manning.
Wasn't LT in that trade?
LT was part of that. Picked off by Donald Butler. Manning, 20 of 32 for 259 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks in this game. What about the other guy? What about the guy who was traded for, Philip Rivers?
Love me some Philip Rivers.
Now they're trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. 3rd and 3 in the first quarter. Rivers is, been really liking this guy, Keenan Allen, this year for very good reason. Great effort to get the touchdown. Dives in, hits the pylon. Let's go ahead and hook up with him one more time. His 2nd touchdown of the day. Rivers throws for 3 touchdown passes, 2 of them to Mr. Allen. And the Chargers fans having a little fun at the expense of Eli. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but he doesn't look good. And I don't think Eli was too amused. The Chargers win at 37-14.
Eli looks like that win or lose.
To Denver and take care of business. 45 touchdown passes on the season coming in for Peyton Manning. Peyton going to work early, finding Julius Thomas for a pickup of 22 down to the Chargers 45. And this is what we have come to expect from this Broncos offense. 6 plays later, Peyton Manning to Andre Caldwell, who is filling in for the injured Wes Welker. And the Broncos on top 7-0, just
Not
like
missing
that.
a beat.
No.
First drive it right down, score a touchdown.
Take another look. Manning, clean in the pocket. When you don't get to him, this is easy for him, isn't it?
Yeah, and watch the route by Caldwell on the backside. A double move to beat the cornerback who loses leverage.
Isn't that a red zone alert? Watch out for the double move and the jerk routes.
7th touchdown on an opening drive for the Broncos this season. That's the most in the NFL. Here come the Chargers and Keenan Allen.
Edwin
Moses leaps over Davon Webster and fights Mike Adams into the end zone. That's a play I think we may need to see again. Sharp, tell me what's going on.
What happens here? Rogers Camardi does a bad job in losing his coverage. If you watch everybody else has a man, but he comes off of Keenan Allen. Why, I do not know. But this is part of the problem the Broncos had tonight. attention to detail. Lets him go, is trying to pass him off. You should not pass him off to a middle linebacker. That's a bad coverage. Keenan Allen does a great job, and Michael Irvin compared him to Anquan Boldin. I'm going to compare him to Chris Carter because all he does is catch touchdowns, and he's a big guy that's athletic, too.
And Keenan had a couple of them tonight. That ties the score at 10 apiece. Still tied at 10. Peyton Manning, pressured, sacked by Marcus Gilchrist.
I was going to see a little elusiveness right there.
Broncos.
You're asking too much. Asking too much.
Broncos forced, but hey, Peyton's only been sacked once in his last 126 dropbacks. So Chargers coming back, and here is Rivers to Keenan Allen again, and the Chargers take the lead 17-10.
That's a big-time clutch throw right there when they needed it.
Tell you what, Keenan Allen going to come down with it.
He's
strong.
Making a run at that Rookie of the Year.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I think he has to be the favorite at this point. You know who else is playing great? Ryan Matthews comes into the Chargers organization in the shadow of LT, and he's finally busting out this year. You heard Philip Rivers talk about how much better he's playing this year than last year, and it certainly showed tonight, just ripping off these chunk runs here.
Boy, I tell you, they wore out that left side of that defense on the Broncos. I mean, they just kept coming. Look, here we go again. I mean, King Dunlap and Chad Reinhardt, I mean, they just dominated that left side.
They couldn't contain it. I mean, they just go outside of it.
They
lost containment.
No Chad.
23-yard touchdown there for Ryan Matthews, and the Chargers go up 24-10. Same score here. Nate Irving flagged for lining up in the neutral zone. So the penalty going to give the Chargers a first down, and they would possess the ball for 7 minutes before punting. Oh, my goodness. Foxy says, what's going on?
No, he said that was stupid.
That what he said?
Dumb football.
You're a lip
That's
reader.
really dumb. That's ones that drive the coaches to an early grave.
Well, in the fourth quarter, we've seen these guys come back before. Peyton Manning hits Andre Caldwell for 15 in the first down to the Chargers 16. 3 plays later, it's first and goal. Peyton Manning again to Caldwell. They set this up nicely, didn't they, Willie?
Yeah, I mean, you got a guy in this in Wes Welker, but Caldwell steps up. Nobody's got the third guy, which is Caldwell. They got everything blocked up. Free entry into the end zone.
That makes it 24-17. Ryan Matthews then stopped by Von Miller and Mike Adams. So the Chargers elect to punt instead of trying a 55-yard field goal. Here's Peyton Manning again, and this is trouble.
And this is what happens when you always are trying to come from behind. We saw last week the Broncos kind of come out slow. A team, especially in the NFL, is going to make a play that's going to keep you from being able to come from behind all of the time. Great play by inside pressure by the Chargers, forcing that errant throw.
Thomas Kaiser gets the interception. He was pressured by Legit. And here's the final, 27-20. Big win for the Chargers.
That's what they want from Santa. Ravens and Dolphins to lose out, for the Chargers to win. He's run with a newfound confidence here this season in his 4th year out of Fresno State. They snapped it earlier. The Raiders fell on it. Rivers was... Woodhead stays in the game. Fake it to it. Rivers intercepted by Jenkins. Kept King. Fumbled. And let's see who comes away with it. Scramble for the football. The Raiders had a shot at it. They give it to him on first down. Trying to get to the edge, but can't turn the corner. Mike Jenkins closed in a hurry.
Well, you can say what you want about the play calls, and now they've got a flag, and that's gonna be on Mike Jenkins.
And that was second and goal. Fires a touchdown, Keenan Allen.
The Chargers run a rub play.
All right, Kansas City locked into the 5 seed, so no Alex Smith, no Jamal Charles.
Alex Smith had to feel funny about
inactive.
this. He had to feel funny about this. Last time he was standing on the sideline, he lost his job. But he was safe this week.
This was a win-and-in scenario for the Chargers. So there was no Jamal Charles. There was plenty of Nile Davis.
They playing for contracts.
Chiefs up 7-zip.
Chiefs still came in and played hard.
Yeah, they did.
Philly Riv.
Looking for Keenan Allen, but finding Rod Allen. Maybe he just got confused on the last name thing. So the Chiefs 6 plays later, 3rd and goal. Chase Daniel, who had 17 career passes in 5 seasons, throws it out to Dexter McCluster.
Chase proved that he's a quality backup, too.
And Chase is a quality backup.
He let people know.
Second quarter, tied at 14.
I learned.
Niall Davis taking it in, and look who's up by 7 points at halftime. The JV's beating the varsity. On to the 4th. San Diego's down 10. Are you kidding me? In a must-win? But here's Ryan Matthews, who probably had the best bounce-back year of any running back.
He bounced back from a couple of years. But good year, Ryan. I'm going to tell you, man.
That's a true statement, man.
A lot of hard work. Good year this year.
Why don't you say that man bounced back for a couple of years?
4 plays later, Phillip Rivers to Eddie Royale with cheese, and the Chargers are down just 3. But here comes the San Diego Superchargers.
Talk like this.
3rd and 2, Rivers to Keenan Allen, who joined John Jefferson as the only Charger rookies to go over 1,000 yards.
Rookie of the year. Give him much love right there, man. Keenan Allen, what a player he has turned out to be.
3 plays later, Phillip Rivers is looking slow on that play. Gets rid of it, so they had to settle for a game-tying field goal. But here comes, not Alex Smith, Chase Daniel. Finds Junior Hemingway with 2.5 minutes to go for the 24-yard gain.
Chase is nice, man.
So now with 8 seconds left, here comes Ryan Suckup to send Pittsburgh to the playoffs.
Suck it up. No.
Sucked it up, all right.
Somebody going to have to sell their vacation home in Pittsburgh now.
He's money.
He sucked it up.
So the Chargers and Chiefs are going to overtime. Extra session, 4th and 2 from their own 28. Chargers get the ball first. They're faking it from their own 28.
This was probably the worst call that I've seen by refs. This ball is fumbled. This guy got the ball. He got the ball.
They stopped.
Why?
They call it a first down for Eric Will.
Why? The power's still moving.
So now Nick Novak from 36, and that gives the Bolts a 3-point lead. But remember about the overtime rules. Kansas City has a chance to tie or even win it. Now on 4th and 15, Chase Daniel, throw it to the open gut. Wait, no, throw it behind the line of scrimmage.
He rushed for 10 yards, then tried to throw the ball.
Could have ran, but it touched down. I thought so, too. I thought he could have run.
Never seen him complete a pass and rush for 10 yards on the second.
All right, let's take a look at how things went down in Cincinnati. Marvin Lewis and the Bengals have lost their last 5 playoff games. And there's Phillip Rivers. What a year it's been for him after a couple of down years. He is
good. I just love the improvising effect of Phillip Rivers.
That's
it was beautiful.
what he does.
You know what Phillip loves? A guy like Danny Woodhead. He can throw it to, and he can run it in from 5
Little mighty
yards.
Mike. That guy just doesn't go away, man.
Well, you can't undersell the football IQ that he has.
Stop. The Bengals would settle for a field goal there, and they take a 10-7 lead. In the 3rd quarter, the Chargers' first possession on down the field. Rivers threw the ball more on this drive than he did all of the first half, this time to Ladarius Green.
Placement. I mean, those are the kind of things that a guy like Phillip Rivers does that he doesn't get a lot of credit for.
And then you got Keenan Allen, Ladarius, these guys just coming alive when need be.
He didn't know where it was coming from.
They teach you to throw into the blitz, but they teach you to throw into the blitz about 80% of the time. Great job by John and his.
And they squeak in 27-10 is the final.
Let's give Cincinnati's defense some credit. This game was a lot closer than the score indicates. They did a tremendous job all game long. You think about it. You're holding Phillip Rivers 128 yards passing. It's a pretty good game for them.
27-10 the final.
Phillip Rivers all bolo tied for the occasion. Peyton Manning coming on in. He's been one and done. Last 3 games he's lost in the playoffs. Been one and done 8 times. Wes Welker is back. This is
Whoa. Keep that flag up.
Second quarter we go. It's still 7-0. Next Broncos possession. Right around midfield, third.
About the concerns for Peyton Manning, I say I was concerned for Jack Del Rio and his defense. They showed up.
Wes Welker with a touchdown. That sight for sore Denver eyes.
I love seeing that right there, man. What a good dude that is right there.
9-play drive. John Fox signaling touchdown and
right there.
So a big moment for Mike McCoy. Goes into the half just down 2 scores as opposed to more
Denver's
than that.
getting the ball.
Return down the sideline for the touchdown.
So the Broncos have to start their drive back on their 19.
He could have just let him.
But this is called pass interference.
Rich,
Do you agree with this?
I like this call because those are the bumps that you see sometimes, and it throws off timing. The ball is thrown. If Peyton wouldn't have thrown that ball, it would have just been illegal contact.
I just held, and waited. That spot came open and hit it.
4 plays later, Omaha leads to Moreno in the end zone. What is Omaha? Do we know what Omaha is? We'll talk about that in a moment.
Let's just say Noshawn had a great game today. He kept it in positive distance, stayed in front of the count with the.
And Phillip Rivers, a renaissance season, winds up with a divisional weekend loss in Denver, where the AFC Championship game will take place next week against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. It will be Brady,